Dime a ver, bro.
What's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
We're back.
Hey,
Good
we
to see
here,
you, man.
man. Vamos a relajar hoy o...
Vamos a darle todo, de todo.
Es que, bro, es que yo creo que tú no estás en esta vaina, loco.
Listen. My apologies to the Relajando community.
Come on, man.
Work has been crazy, and so since work has been crazy, I now have to be at certain meetings and stuff like that that conflict with Monday.
So you're saying that those meetings are more important than everybody that is watching?
I'm not saying they're more important, but what I'm saying is they're important.
Come on, man.
They're important.
Who do I have to call?
I mean, we could do a board meeting right here, and we can.
I mean,
or the people can vote.
We can connect. Whoever is on top of you on that tree, we can connect them, do something here, do like a Zoom call, whatever, and we can get it
out,
and we can get it straight, man. Because we cannot be missing though, like anymore.
Listen, I mean, unless the Relajando community votes me off the island.
No. Like, if you get out of the island, I have to jump too.
Or if they vote for another day,
come on, bro, come on.
And then you got adjust your schedule. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, the only day off that I have is Monday.
And if it's not us, then it's him. Sorry,
no, I don't.
Melon's not here.
Yeah, no. But we need somebody here though.
Yeah,
we definitely need. Yeah. We need somebody in there.
Sure. We need somebody on the camera.
Oh well, yeah. We need somebody in there,
right?
Controlling all that stuff.
We're taking applications.
Yes, yeah. Please.
Click the link. No, one day, right?
No, hey, they can click in there. I don't know. Yeah, you just click in there. Just click in there.
Google Docs.
No, señores. Like, thank you so much for be patient.
Yes, we apologize for the week that we
do.
Missed.
We do.
But we're happy to be back.
I mean, we're here though.
I'm always excited to be in the studio.
Me too.
You know, especially with the pink behind me.
Bro, I like that color, bro. It goes for your skin though.
Thanks,
yeah.
Real men wear pink. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm telling you, bro. I don't know about wearing, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not wearing it at the moment, but it's wearing me.
I like it though. I like it. Yeah. I think I want to change my blue one. Like, I don't know. It make me look like
You want purple?
Maybe. I like purple though.
Like Barney.
Yeah. Hey. No, I don't like Barney though.
No? You seen the movie that came out?
No, I won't see that movie.
Well, I think it's like the truth about Barney or something.
Oh, that they're gonna reveal everything that he did to the kids?
What did he do to the kids? He just loved them.
Dude, come on, bro. Like, come on, people. Come on, man.
What? That was the song, bro.
Yeah,
is there something I'm missing?
Yeah, a lot.
I don't know.
Dude, like Barney,
I love you. You
no,
love
don't do
me.
that, bro. Like, I start like having like flashbacks. Like, no.
You on the show?
No, thank God. I don't know if I would have survived though. I don't know, man. It's just me. I feel like
there's a lot of rumors, but I think that's what it was. It was it was throwing away the rumors.
Like, first of all, you know what I'm saying? Like a fake like dinosaur, purple dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
but it's like
you're already making it like the kids are like, you know.
Okay. So you like sports, right? Or you've liked sports throughout your life?
I mean, yeah.
None of your teams had a mascot?
But I didn't follow the mascot. And none of those teams came out with like a show for kids with their mascot.
So you've never seen like movies though where people have like a mascot in like the kids' parties and stuff like that?
No. That's kind of creepy though.
Bro, you gotta live a little.
That's kind of creepy, man.
I mean, it's somebody that dresses up. Well, then people get paid good money.
Well, I mean, yeah, you get paid good money.
I mean, you sweat. I'm sure they're skinny. I probably weigh like 115 pounds. Being in that thing.
So you're saying that we should get like a job like that though? Like,
yeah, I'm about to become a mascot. I got to shed like another 20.
Bro, hey, for real though. Hey, if any looking for a mascot, we here, man.
I'm about to buy a dinosaur outfit.
Hey.
Be pink.
Hey. La competencia.
Yeah, you know.
Bro.
Be Garney.
Even Barney.
Yeah, I didn't want to say something else because that sounds weird.
Nah.
But anyway.
No, but like people, what's up? I mean, if you connected right now, go ahead and, you know, put some comments below.
Leave a comment, yes.
You know, let us know how you doing. You know, how was your President Day? You know, how was what else?
Let us know if you missed Relajan2 En Serio.
I mean, yeah, like I haven't. Come on, people, like
I'm not gonna lie though. This is what happened. I was unavailable, right? And there's gonna be times where I'm unavailable, and I've expressed that to you. That is full disclosure.
Yeah, but
Things
like
have changed. Life
when,
has changed,
but
bro.
then we have to renew the contract, man.
Then we got to bring a new contract to the
Yeah.
floor or to the table.
But yeah, to the floor. I cannot like bend down like that, though, like my back. Come on.
But listen, all I'm gonna say is I called this guy at 9:45 last week, and I thought he was gonna go, answer the phone on the podcast, and this guy didn't even answer the phone. He fell asleep. He didn't even do the podcast.
No, bro. I told you, like I don't function like without you like that, bro.
Bro, you're able to hold it down by yourself.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do we need to get a vote?
We should. We should.
We'll do it later.
It's just like I get shy.
You get shy?
Yeah. I'm a shy dude, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
but
gonna just sit here because you're a shy dude.
no, for real though, for real.
But talking movies, there's another one coming out that I'm very interested in seeing. It's the Michael Jordan one. Have you seen
I
that
haven't.
one?
No.
So it has Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, and it's about how Nike was able to accomplish getting Michael Jordan to sign the contract
Oh,
to with Nike.
that'll be pretty interesting though.
Yeah, and so it has Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. It has as like the Nike people.
Who's playing Michael Jordan? Ben Affleck?
I'm not sure.
Or Matt
No,
Damon?
no, neither of them.
No?
They don't do that stuff anymore. They don't do the
Oh,
whole.
they don't do that.
Yes,
Oh,
no,
okay. I mean, that would be cool though.
that's bro. That's we're not gonna get into that topic here. We'll get thrown off.
I mean,
We're not going there. We're not going there. Just think Tropic Thunder. We're not going there. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. But Viola Davis is playing Michael Jordan's mom.
I don't even know who's Viola nervous.
Viola nervous?
I don't know who's nervous. I don't know.
This man does not know who Viola Davis is.
Did you blame me? I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta.
I don't know.
Can I educate you?
Did
you see The Woman King?
No.
That's a good movie too. The Woman King.
That's the lady that plays that.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
You know who the lady is?
No, but I'm saying like I know I recognize her face because of the trailer and stuff like that. But
yes. So.
But yeah, I don't know who it is. I don't know. I don't follow stuff like that though. Like I don't know.
You don't follow actors?
No, not like that though.
But if it was a Greek actor, you follow him.
No, not even. I follow myself in Jesus.
That's Viola Davis.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like my neighbor. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Bro, she's a go. La gente que están conectado. Do you guys know who Viola Davis is?
No hay nadie conectado, bro.
Viola Davis. That's people. What you mean, bro? Don't disrespect the podcast.
I don't know, bro. Like I'm not monitoring that.
Loco. I see this here. There's people on, bro. We got 57 people on. 57 people.
Hey.
I missed 1 week y la gente están.
Chacho,
Oh, you grew this, bro.
Viste, papá, que
you're a marketing genius.
Yeah, I told you, man.
See, like Andre wrote Fences. Thank you. He was in the movie Fences with Denzel Washington.
I know who Denzel
How
Washington is.
How do you not know who Viola Davis is?
Because I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Tú te tienes que arrepentir.
I am. Mañana vamos a hacer Santa Cena. No, el lunes que viene.
El lunes que viene.
Yeah, el primer lunes del mes. Eso es Santa Cena.
Anyway, Woman King was a really good movie. But yes, the movie Air with Michael Jordan, the story of Michael Jordan, she's gonna play the mom.
Oh.
So they're gonna show how they were able to convince, I guess, the whole family
to actually get him
join
in there.
Nike, yeah. Because he wanted to join Adidas. Can you imagine that?
That would be cool though.
It would have been cool, but can you imagine just like the difference between what is now, like the empire
Nike and
that
Adidas.
he's built with Nike, and then if it would have been Adidas?
I don't know, man. That would have been legit though.
I just wonder if Adidas would be where Nike is. Like I wonder if there would have been a swap because
probably yeah.
Because he kind of carried that whole
whole
brand.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah. I don't think nobody else can carry Nike like he did.
No.
Like he's doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like
and like all these athletes have shoes, but none of them have been as successful.
No.
Like you see kids and like let's say even if you just get into the basketball debate.
Yeah.
Right? And you see all these kids now and they all LeBron. But the shoes that they're wearing aren't LeBron's. They're wearing Jordans.
Right.
You know, so
maybe because they cannot afford it though.
I mean, these people can afford a lot of things. People can afford what they want to afford.
I mean, that's true. That's
It,
true.
like I'm not negating that people struggle financially, but there's people that buy
I
they
mean,
make
no, no, yeah.
they buy crazy things making bad decisions.
Oh
Let's put it
yeah,
that way.
yeah, yeah.
And one of the bad decisions people make is spending a lot of money on Jordans. I mean, I
Dude,
have a few pairs, but
like for
because
real.
I can afford it. But I also know how to sell them. I also know how to sell them once I no longer need them. But yeah, so the movie Air, that movie is coming on board. And then what we want to talk about, what we talked about earlier, is Jesus Revolution.
Man,
Jesus
I do
Revolution.
want to see the movie. I want to watch the movie.
And I know Andre's connected. Andre, have you seen Jesus Revolution? If so, give us a rating. Don't spoil it, but give us a rating.
Yeah. But so you know what I want to do
Oh, bro.
is that before we start,
Yeah, yeah.
let's throw the intro.
Llévatelo, Gio.
Dude, Jesus Revolution, man.
Jesus Revolution. So Andre has not seen it.
No?
No, but what I'm gonna give you, I haven't seen it, but I know a little bit about it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I have read and watched some like story behinds and stuff like that, like who's who and what
Yeah.
happened. But
I think
I
the guy was written by, I think his name was Greg Laurie or something like that. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So what I understand is that the movie is like from his perspective
right,
of how this revolution happened in his perspective. And so
right, because he got saved because of him.
because of
Yeah,
okay. So in this movie, in this story, I think it's based in like the 70s.
yeah,
Because it was the hippie era.
right.
And so really what it kind of does is it tells like the history of how the church kind of became engulfed within the hippie era.
Hmm.
And not so much of how like the church was influenced by the hippie era, but how the hippies were converting because there was this revolution that occurred
Right. So
with the church.
I feel like the way that they show it, and then I feel like it's like they broke um this like how do you say that paradigm?
Paradigm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they broke that.
Yeah.
Like imagine like because back in the days, I'm pretty sure like in at least in here in America, it was a lot of like Baptist churches.
Yeah.
That one it was Calvary, like the main
Yeah.
church that like
Yeah, and I know that
all
that
that
kind of,
happened.
and then it's kind of spread throughout.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you imagine all these Baptist people, like back then,
Yeah.
very conservative, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then this like hippie guy, super crazy, comes in here and he's like, like,
Yeah.
hey, Jesus.
Yeah.
They didn't want him there,
Right. Well, because he didn't fit in,
right?
obviously, right?
So they broke that, and he was just like, and he kind of like, there's one scene in there like that the main pastor is like, well, whoever accept this and wants to be here,
Yeah.
more than welcome to stay. If you don't agree with this,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. And then I feel like we need that.
Yeah.
Like we need to go back again to that point. 'Cause I feel like in churches we kind of like went back, drift back again to that we look weird to people,
Yeah, if you don't look like me, if you don't sound like
right?
me, if you don't act
Or
like me. I mean, we
yeah,
kinda had that conversation last week.
yeah. So it's like,
Um,
yeah,
well, and I think the most amazing thing, and it's like we're Hispanic, right? So it's
right.
like,
No, you.
oh, you're not. Oh, sorry.
I'm American,
Yes, he's American and Greek. Sorry, I
so
apologize. I
I'm
apologize.
for the United States of America.
To the republic,
Uh,
which
uh,
stands
yeah,
one nation
one nation
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible.
liberty and justice
Yeah, hey,
for
dale
all.
ahí.
My bro- that's
Espérate,
that's my
friseta, friseta, friseta.
that's that's my
It's
Barack impression.
oh, deja ver, deja ver.
United States of America is a great country, country for all people, people of every color, every nation.
Casi,
It's
casi.
it's been a long time, but
Te falta un
yeah, me
poquito.
faltó un poquito, but
Te
it's
falta
just a
un poquito.
practice. I haven't practiced in a
Ya
long time.
tienen que como un chin más de
Yeah,
pollo, vaina.
yeah, but te pollo.
No.
No, so what's interesting is right.
Sí,
So
porque él habla como que tiene comida en la boca.
yeah, yeah, he's kind of. He said, "Well, that was an impression to be sure." Listen, Andre, it's been a while. Don't judge me, bro. Um, I'm from New York. He's from Chicago. It's two different accents. um, at that
Oh
time,
my god.
Billy Graham was like super prominent, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like from being raised in the Spanish church, right, and in our times being raised and going back probably to that same era,
Yeah.
because I think they met each other. There was Gigi Avila,
Verdad,
so
bro. Gigi Ávila en aquella época.
yeah, so it's almost like Billy Graham was like the Gigi Avila of
Yeah.
the American church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, and so I guess there's a part, I guess, in La Historia donde se relata
Mhm.
that I guess they had this thing called Expo 71.
Yeah.
So it was like a big event, Christian event or hippie event. And I guess like the twist of that era was that Billy Graham was there
Oh.
and he spoke there. And so I guess the kind of the shock point is kind of like how you're talking about the Baptists and
Yeah.
very, oh, you don't look like me. And I really want to see the movie because when I heard it this morning, I was like, okay, this intrigues me
Yeah.
to see like the perspective.
No, absolutely. I know there's more.
Yeah,
Like for sure.
because it's like, okay, like these people acted this way and felt maybe like these people are weird or what are they
Yeah.
doing? This is not how you do church. To then have like the role model of Christianity
Mhm.
and Billy Graham like there at this
Yeah.
hippie event, like
I'm telling you though.
it's interesting because I didn't know that story. I didn't know that side. I didn't know
No,
that
I didn't
happened.
know. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Like I know Billy Graham has been around
Oh
forever, and
yeah.
hasta que murió, whatever he passed. Y tremendo cristiano, tremendo hombre
Yeah.
de Dios. But I didn't realize that he kind of
He was like a
he
pioneer of that.
yes,
Like.
and of like he was kind of counterculture,
Mhm.
or at least both
I
counterculture and
mean,
Christian
yeah.
culture,
Right.
because it's easy to be counterculture as a Christian, but it's hard to go against the culture of your own people in the church.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and I feel like we leave that nowadays, and as what, well, we consider what, like, millennials.
millennials, yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
I feel like, imagine, like, we go through
Well,
that.
I mean, yeah, yeah,
Now you're gonna say you're Gen Z? Come
no,
on,
no,
bro.
no, no. I'm talking about you.
I am, I
Uh,
am, I am almost Gen
no,
Z.
matter of fact, you are millennial.
Yeah, I am.
You are. Yeah,
Yeah,
the brackets are pretty wide brackets.
yeah. Come on, bro. You're gonna like, come on, man. We live, man. But I feel like our generation and the Gen Z generation are going through the same thing, like, as, I don't know, like, how many years ago.
Yeah,
Like, back then.
yeah,
It's like we are the hippies now,
yeah.
and we battling again through, against, like the generation, like, before us.
Right.
That it's all like, oh, if you go to church, you have to, like, give your best.
Yeah,
But in their mind, like, like our best, it has to be like a button down, like,
yeah,
like a suit or something like that.
yeah,
And I'm like, no,
yeah,
dude, like, what?
yeah.
Like,
But I will say though, I still struggle because Johnny and I have had conversations, and I do feel though, like as a people, when it comes to church and God,
be careful what you're gonna say.
now I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Let do it, then do
I
it.
feel we've gotten too casual.
Dude,
And
last Sunday, if I had to click, you wearing a t-shirt.
yes, yes, and I include myself.
Exacto.
I'm not excluding
So why
myself.
are you talking about?
Listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you.
I'm here.
I said I believe we've gotten too casual. I said we. I didn't say
Oh, okay, no,
I included myself
just making sure.
because what? Okay, when I go to church, I'm going to offer something to God, right?
Right.
And so, see, if I wake up in the morning, let's hear me out. I see your face, which is fine. If I wake up in the morning y me tiro whatever on, I was not intentional about going to church. And so what I'm wearing, and I'm not saying it has to be a suit and tie, but what I'm saying is I was not intentional about what I'm giving the Lord as far as what I'm
Well, I
carrying on
mean,
me.
on that example, then you weren't intentional at all. Like,
Like
take out of the equation for 1 second. If you wake up and you just throw whatever and you go out like that, then you're not intentional at all. Like, you don't care about anything
right.
at all. Right? That's different. Now, what I'm saying is, wear your best, como se dice en inglés. ¿Cómo es?
Sunday's best.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Your
Like,
best outfit.
your best outfit.
Yeah.
And they put that, like, oh, you have to wear your best for church. I've seen people, bro. They get, like, broke because they have to go and buy clothes for Sunday. The way that I understand it, that is, I have my own style, right, of dressing or
Yeah.
whatever. The best that I have in my closet, that's what I'm gonna wear.
Okay. And that's valid.
I'm not gonna go like, because this is the thing. Lo tapaupa, ¿cómo que se llaman eso?
Yeah.
The ones that like
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
y- So you telling me that everybody is giving their best, but they all look the same? You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that doesn't make sense.
Right.
That
Right.
doesn't make sense. And
Right.
then there's the other side of it when you exaggerate, right? And then you wearing these like leopard and cheetah like shoes and like these purple
That's
suits.
Sunday's best, bro.
But yeah, but during the week you dressing like you know what I'm saying? Like you belong to a gang. So who you fooling?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you think like, and this is my other question. So you think God is actually like sitting in there in his office, watching the cameras as people like comes into church and see who's actually like,
Yeah. He puts a check mark.
like,
Check. Check. Sunday best. Sunday worst.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yep, I'm not going to talk to you today.
Yeah.
You have like
No,
rib
absolutely.
jeans.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Exactly.
What?
So
What?
why?
No, it's just put it this way, right? So, and I'm not saying you have to wear certain attire to church. I'm not saying that, right? I'm not going into um what's his name, Lecrae's church clothes, movement or message
Eh,
he was trying to send out. Like I'm not going there. What I'm getting at is that let's say okay for work, right? Depending on our job, because it requires it, right? And this is because it requires it,
right.
and because we collect the check, what do? We dress the part, right?
I mean, I
Right.
guess.
But then when it
But
comes,
you said it's a requirement
yes,
at your
yes,
job
yes,
place. There's
yeah.
other jobs that it's just like, hey, like you can wear shorts.
No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that there's and granted, Andre makes a good point. He goes, "Your offering must be the posture of your heart. If what you wear comes into the equation, there's probably a danger of at least some level of vanity there, or whatever. If
Exactly.
but what I'm saying is that, and I guess that level of vanity comes into play is in the sense of there's people that will do it for money, but then they can never dress up. You know what I mean, for an occasion or for an event or for even the Lord or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's just I feel like if things have become too casual, and I'm not saying you can't wear a t-shirt or jeans or
Yeah,
whatever
but
that I'm
then
not saying that.
you put in like barrera.
You know how am I putting barrera?
Yeah, because then technically you're saying
No,
it's like, oh, if you're not wearing this type of
no, that's not
clothes,
what I'm saying.
but that's
What I'm saying is that there's some days where I want to dress up for church
but that's okay. But
because
that's you.
because I've been too casual. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like
that's you. But like, who determined that? Who said
me, myself, and
no,
I.
no, no? But like in general, who came up with that idea that for church you have to wear a button down with a
Los
tie?
rabacucos,
Exacto. ¿En quiénes son los rabacucu?
tu gente.
Bueno, pero
Vamos
por
a hablar
eso,
claro, vamos a hablar tu gente.
pero se van a quemar.
En el fuego del Señor.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like for me that doesn't make sense, and it's
Yeah,
something that like I grew up like that without arguing with my mom
yeah.
because he was
But
just like
I don't know. It's
that.
I struggle with like I don't know. I'll say this publicly, right? Like I struggle with like people who go up on the altar in shorts. Like that's just a personal struggle that I have. Because again, it's like I feel like if it's too casual. Like I've seen people with shorts and tank top, like playing a guitar on a Sunday
But
service,
you see, but
and I'm like, okay, okay,
that's
we
too.
at the beach, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's exactly. If you're telling me that this is like a church by the beach and stuff like that, or why not? Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah,
I in there. I don't see it wrong. But like you're in downtown Orlando, in the center of like the city, and you're like in flip flops and shorts and like tank top. I'm like, dude, where you came
Jesus
from?
Revolution,
Just a revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like, dude, like in there, yeah.
yeah,
But what I'm saying is like, yeah, like we don't have to look all the same.
no, no,
I don't, and that's
no,
my thing is like who said the casual is this dress, like
yeah,
whatever Sunday
yeah,
best is this.
yeah.
when maybe in the church there's different type of people. I cannot like exigirle al pueblo de que oh te tienes que poner un traje because maybe somebody doesn't like cannot afford.
Well, it's great. It's
So
funny.
whatever they
It's
have in there
Yeah,
is that's the best that they have.
and I'm with you there because honestly, like I've taught before, like Bible study classes or whatever, and the point has come up where I'm like, dude, if you don't like what somebody's wearing, then buy them an outfit
But then
because
again,
you don't know what that person's coming from. You don't know
exactly.
what that means, or you know what I'm saying. You
But
don't
that's what I'm
know.
saying. Like we have centered too much. Like we put too much attention in like like at the accentuation on clothing. And again, I'm not saying like se acepta, se vale todo.
Yeah,
Obviously not. Because, on that one, yeah, like me sale rajatabla. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be,
yeah,
order.
yeah.
But
It's almost like why do you make your church pretty? You know what I mean? Why do you want your church to look good? You know what I mean? Because it's like in realidad, like the
yeah,
other part.
but you can look good in your own style.
Sure, but like, okay, we have this studio here, right? No,
Uh-huh.
this is just an example. We have this studio here.
Now you're gonna trash the
The
studio.
No, no, no. I'm not trying. I'm trashing the other part of the studio. We have this studio. Look, this sign looks nice, but
Right?
we would never do another show on the other side.
No, maybe
But why?
because
Because there's a present, right? So there's something that we want to offer to the community of Relajando en Serio.
well,
But you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm not putting it all.
okay, but like
I'm
this is
not being rajatabla. What I'm just saying is
no,
that
but look at it this way. Using the example of here, right? So it's all presentation, it look good on the eye, it
yeah,
gets the attention
yeah.
and things like that. Pero de qué vale that we look good,
Oh, absolutely.
but then our
I
content
I've always
is trash.
right, right, which it probably is.
Exactly. That's why nobody's watching. So, so like I'm pretty sure, like if we do it on the other side where everything is a mess and stuff like that, but the content is good, people will still watch it,
Yeah.
right? Because then at that,
Andre wrote, bro. He goes on my.
I'm sorry, bro. I got
It's
you.
just comic relief.
Yeah,
Comic relief.
it goes with the thing, like what I'm saying. We're relajando, man. Like, come on. So, but you see what I'm saying, all right? Like, it's the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you go in, like, oh yeah, and make the church pretty and spend so much money and all that stuff, but the Holy Spirit is not on that church,
Right.
you know,
Right. Right.
de que valió.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can
Well,
have like
it's like the argument I've always made. Like you can't just because somebody has a suit and tie and they speak 40 tongues doesn't mean that they're really living for Jesus.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? They could be el fornicario más grande, el adúltero más grande,
exactly. And I'm not saying
and
go,
yo con mi gorrita, sea uno
go and be
alguien que.
trash, but for me, that's a waste of time.
What do you mean?
Like,
Dressing up for church?
no, no, no. I'm saying enfocando en la vestimenta.
Pastor.
But it's true.
Yeah.
Y eso pasa
Yeah.
mucho en los hispanos.
There's too much focus on. There's absolutely too much focus on.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Y
Absolutely.
porque el hispano está así, o sea,
Yeah.
ha sido criado en
Yeah.
una forma de que, bueno, que incluso
Yeah.
si con aretes, zarcillo, una gorra,
Yeah.
ya te ven
Well,
mal y te,
if I ever have a church, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a thrift store on the side, like Goodwill, and
dude,
then that way, for like $1, you could buy a button up.
mira,
And
aprovecha ahora.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I heard, I
Andre
heard,
says you're on point today.
I heard you open a church.
No, yeah, I haven't opened up a church.
Not yet.
That is false. I want fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news. I have not opened up a church. That is all a lie. Fake news. Yeah, no. I have changed churches.
But actually, it's a
That
pretty
is
good idea though. It's a pretty good idea. Have a thrift store.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So
And then think about it this way too, like, now I'm not even being funny. Like I'm just being serious. And I'm like, okay, yeah, a church with a thrift store, right? Not even for church clothes, just for work clothes. Think about it, like people that are trying to, get a job, they want to look presentable at their
yeah,
interview and stuff like that. They can't afford a Ralph Lauren, $75 shirt,
I like,
so they go to
bro.
church.
I think we into something.
Yeah, that's our thrift ministry,
I think we into something
right?
because,
Thrifted or gifted. Alaba,
bro,
alaba.
No, not for real. Because like I think I mentioned that to you. Like I've been in my heart. Like God has been putting the fact of utilizing the tools that He has given us, like in His Word, to prepare like His people. Like la palabra lo dice, no solo de pan vive el hombre. So what are we doing
Yeah,
as a body of Christ?
absolutely.
We have people coming in and they don't have a job. We have people coming in, they barely know English, and we're in America. I get it. We're in Deltona, which is Spanish, but you
Have you
still
been to the
need,
mercado? Have you been to the mercado?
bro. Ahí no se habla inglés. Like aquí no se habla inglés. But I'm saying like we're not doing anything as a church. I feel like we should have every single day something, preparing, the people. It's if it's like English,
Yeah,
hey, let's teach English.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we give that for the community.
Right.
You know, um, for jobs,
Yeah,
we have probably like somebody in there teaching how to like build your curriculum,
yeah,
and things like that. Now the thrift store, you don't have, hey, go in here, like in
yeah,
$5 you get like a whole outfit. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
things like that. And it's all based on the community, like because people would donate the clothes,
yeah,
we prepare them and
yeah,
stuff like that, and that will go back again to the
yeah,
community. Like you spend $5, well, those $5 will come back
yeah,
to buy more resources to help
yeah.
the community and
You
things
know,
like
you know
that.
where I got that idea from actually? My parents used to have a thrift store in their church.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like they had a storefront and they had a thrift store and they had the church on the side.
Dude, hey, pues tengo que
Yeah,
hablar con los tíos.
yeah.
Llámeme ahí para calcular
Legit,
para hacer negocio, porque bro,
legit, legit.
I
Yeah,
like that idea
yeah.
though, for real.
And it's funny because what you said is they would get donations from people and then they would sell the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that. And I feel
yeah.
like um there's a thrift store like that, but they don't have the church right next to it. They
It's the
belong
one
the
in Sanford.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
thrift.
they
Yeah,
part of a church,
thrift
but
on
they yeah,
46. Yeah,
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 something like that.
yeah, yeah. And
But
they have a what is it? Harvest Time.
yeah,
Harvest Time
yeah,
Ministries,
exactly, yeah.
where they give out groceries
Yeah.
and just free stuff and whatever. So I mean, there's definitely room to give back to the community and to
But
serve.
now but let's vamos a cambiar el tema, bro, porque me siento mal. Yo no tengo camisa en mi cuarto.
What?
Yo no tengo corbata ni pantalón de
That's fine. I
vestir.
thought we left that topic though.
Oh, we did.
The clothes topic, yeah.
Oh,
As
that's
far
it.
as church goes, yeah, yeah. We're,
Oh,
we're
okay,
done. We're
okay.
done. We're done.
Señores, póngase lo que usted le dé la gana, pero no vengan a mi iglesia.
Tampoco así. Tampoco así.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Though. I'm just kidding. It's just like don't make emphasis on that though.
Yeah. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, Johnny.
Jonathan's joined.
Uh,
So we got Andre and Jonathan.
there you go,
Los
bro.
leales, baby.
53 people.
Brr.
Brr. Hey. No, for real though.
50,
For real.
58 now. 58. Cuidado. I
58
said 57 before.
Oh, there you go.
Come on, man.
No, I'm so sorry, man.
Get
I'm
with
so
the
sorry.
stats. Get with the stats, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Get with the stats.
Man, talking about stats. Ya tú hiciste tu taxi, bro.
Did I do my taxes? I'm waiting on this guy.
Man.
Yeah, I'm waiting on a guy.
Yeah.
I know a guy. And
You know a guy?
And I'm waiting on a guy.
And you willing?
I'm waiting.
Oh,
Waiting.
you
Yeah.
wheelie on the guy?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the guy like I wait on the Lord.
Oh man, hey, that's good though.
Wait on the Lord.
Mm.
Wait on the Lord.
Cuidado que copyright, bro. Que suenas igualito.
It's just the verse.
Ya,
It's
pero
just en
suenas
la Biblia.
igualito, suenas igualito. Entonces, cuando we upload the video,
Pacientemente esperé a Jehová y él se inclinó a mí.
sí, 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 sí.
Que
Porque,
escuchó mi clamor.
porque eso no está en
Come on, bro. It's in Psalms.
I know, but like, don't sing it like that, bro. Because you sound like the guy, and then YouTube is gonna like copyright
Well,
us.
how you know he wasn't copywriting David?
Well, have you heard David?
When I go to heaven, I'll know.
Exactly.
When he plays the harp.
Well, I don't want to hear that right now, though. So cálmate, cálmate. But yeah, bro, like so you in the process of doing your taxes,
I'm
right?
in the process.
Are you expecting anything in return?
I am, but I haven't gotten anything.
Mm.
Tax return.
Tax returns.
That's what we're talking about today. The main topic is tax
Yeah.
return. So, what exactly? How are we going to relate this to Relajando En Serio? Explain to me, my non-rajatabla brother.
Diantre, loco, ya me
No, es que tú me llamaste
me
rajatabla. Entre
¿cómo es?
líneas, tú me dijiste rajatabla.
Mira, bro, y cayó perfecto. Like, ¡pa!
New York Mets, baby.
Ya tú sabes, baby.
Next year. Is that you?
I mean, hello, like, you said that you're expecting something back, right?
I am.
And you worked the whole year
Yeah.
towards it, right?
Yeah.
You work hard. You pay
Absolutely.
taxes out of it.
I did.
So
More than I believe I
so
should.
now you're expecting to harvest
Yes.
the fruit of you know
A return.
a return. I mean, it's pretty good though, and I mean we can relate it to relajando in so many ways. We can relate it to our personal lives
Yeah.
with anything in life,
Right.
like not necessarily like religiously, but personally.
Yeah.
Like how much have you invest in a relationship
Right.
that now you asking back
Right.
or waiting,
Right.
to get something back when probably you haven't gave anything,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like ahora con relajando, we can talk about that and bring it to church,
Yeah.
bring it to
Right.
church. And it's I don't want to get into this, but it's good that we brought it up, and now that we're talking about this and tax return in I don't know. I feel like I want to talk about it
Bro,
and
just
and and
talk
mix it up and mix it up with this.
talk about it. We're here to
Um,
talk about it.
it's the same thing. So the topic revival.
Look at me like Dr. Phil. I'm here for a therapy session.
No, I don't want to help. I don't want help. I'm good. Um, so it's I feel like we feel like God is an instant IRS,
Mm.
right? We don't do anything throughout the year, but here we come the moment of need or one vacation, and I just put my information, enter, and I feel like, oh, I deserve my, you know, $3,000 because I have 5 kids, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have taken Christianity, the gospel of God, like that, like tax returns. Oh, you owe me money.
Mm.
You owe me
Right.
my blessing. You owe me this.
Right.
I tithe all year.
Yeah.
I came to church all year.
Yeah.
Now give me.
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't. I don't feel. I
Yeah.
know it doesn't work
Yeah.
that way. So I feel like why I want to bring that in. I said revival because I mean it's the topic of the year. It's just everybody's talking about it and ooh revival. So I feel like it's like that now just because it happening there on that place. We don't need to mention name or anything like that, but for whatever reason happening there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now is a completely scenario of what like when he started it.
Yeah.
He started with the right intention. I'm not saying that right now it's not the same intention, right? But people around, right, that can see Christianity, manipulate Christianity, they have taken that into their advantage and they wanna, get a return. So how do they get return? Well, let's go ahead and utilize that word and put it everywhere.
Yeah.
Banners, TV,
Yeah.
whatever, you name it.
All right.
So now we think like just because we see that and we go there, we're getting something back right away.
Yeah.
And we kind of like demanding from God. Oh, you said revival is coming. Where's my portion?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
where is it? I've been waiting for it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Well, and when you look at
He dicho.
it's
Caso cerrado.
like what is it? The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
The
hey,
little
it's
guy.
it's coming back.
I have spoken.
It's coming
Have you
back.
seen the trailer? The trailer was fire.
It's coming back, man.
Talking about fire.
Spoken I.
Talk, spoken. Talking about fire. When you talk revival, when you look at the Bible, when you look at Scripture, does the word revival is it called out the way we call it out nowadays? Not really,
Nope.
but I mean, you can look at occasions where, like, you look at the Lo Hueso Seco, Valle de Lo Hueso Seco, right? So essentially, right, something has to die in order for there to be a revival,
Right.
for it to be alive again,
Right.
right? So when you look at the Valle de Lo Hueso Seco, they came back to life. The dry bones, they came back to life.
But like you said, something has to die.
Something has to die. So yeah, it means something's dead.
Right.
When there needs to be revival, is because something has died.
Right.
And so, um, when you look at when you look at sorry, Andre put a comment on there. So I was looking at the comment. When you look at what Paul tells Timothy,
Mm,
he tells him, "Aviva el fuego que hay en ti,
mhm.
revive the fire that is in you."
Right.
So we can
But okay. So parenthesis in there.
mhm,
So he says, revive the fire
right,
that is in you.
right, right,
He didn't say go grab like wood, and all these things,
yeah,
and then start like sparking it and
right,
like to
right,
revive something. It had to be there.
yeah,
It had to exist
yes,
already.
yeah, yeah. So what I'm getting at
So you
is,
see what I'm saying, right?
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
cannot just go
yeah,
somewhere and I don't know where.
yeah. Well, and revival, like people have said, revival is not it's not an event. It's not a it's not a moment.
Right.
It's something that requires you
Yeah.
to open up yourself to God so that He can revive
Without
what's been
you,
dead. And so, really,
I say,
revival is an individual initiative.
right.
You know what I mean? Yes, you can be part of because essentially when we go to church, we're going to what do we go to church for? We're going to church to be with like-minded people, right?
Right. I feel like it's
People
like
people
when
who are different, but we have a one likeness, which is God, right? We're all seeking the same
right.
person.
Yeah.
So yes, a revival in me can spark a revival in you, right? Because that right, it's
Eventually.
like fire, right? Fire catches on and it can
Right.
go. But people need to be very careful as far as revival is real. It's not a hype. You know what I mean? It's not an event. It's and
And
sure you can advertise revival, but the thing is, if you're advertising revival, that means it's really for those who are already believers.
but my thing is, whatever. My thing is then why we advertising revival? Why? Because it's different. I can teach about revival,
Yeah,
right? I can teach you about like bringing back again that fire from God, that desire to
yeah,
be like, at his feet and in his presence 24/7 versus me, like, hey, let me make it emotional. Now all I'm gonna talk about and all I'm gonna throw out there is like, oh, revival is coming. If you're not here Saturday night, you will miss the revival.
yeah.
Oh, revival is coming to the city. Oh,
Right,
revival is coming to the nation.
right.
Well, how revival is going to come to the nations and to the city when we haven't even teach people to how to like have an encounter with God?
Well, I mean, you can look at it from the aspect of humanity, right? Humanity fell when Adam fell,
Right.
right? And I'm kind of just playing the advocate of the people that you're essentially talking about,
Hmm.
right? And they could say, well, mankind fell, and so we're reviving the relationship between God and mankind, or we're trying to spark a relationship between God and
Yeah, but
mankind.
I cannot make that happen.
No, you cannot make that happen.
If you don't want to do it,
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. It starts. What I'm saying is it starts at an individual level. Revival has to spark in you.
what I can do to spark that in you is to remind you
Right,
who God is,
right,
remind you of his law,
right,
remind you where you came from,
right,
where he got you out of it.
right.
That's my job.
Yeah.
I cannot do anything to spark anything on you.
Well, you can preach the gospel.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like you are the one that has to bring that
Yeah, yeah,
back.
yeah.
Like all I can do is inspire you,
Right.
but until like you go back inside of you and kind of like find yourself in there, fight face to face
Yeah.
and encounter God,
Right.
you, you won't be able to like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like Paul, like what I said when Paul told Timothy, he's telling Timothy, "Aviva el fuego que hay en ti."
that's all he
Like,
did. He
right,
aviva.
right,
It's not like comment. I'm gonna like
right,
avivarlo,
right, right,
and
right,
in here you're gonna find
right.
it.
No, but I mean there is, there is value to gathering and to worshiping and corporate worship and
I'm
so forth.
not saying no because
So
we've been called to do that.
right, right,
My thing is don't label, don't commercialize Christianity. Don't do that. Like it's true, don't
yeah,
do it. That's the main reason why I don't tell people like come on Sunday or come on Wednesdays to the youth because your life is gonna change. You're not gonna be the same anymore. It's gonna be fantastic. Something like que tú nunca te va a
well,
olvidar.
you can't guarantee what somebody's not willing to receive.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't.
So it's we have to be careful, even with marketing. How do we market?
Right.
You know, God.
You don't want to miss out. Well,
Exactly.
what if I'm not supposed to be there? What do you mean?
What if I get there late?
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right,
what happened? Or
right,
what if my
right,
mom like needs to go and
right.
I don't drive, but and she's like, oh, we need to go, and she's texting me, and it's 7:30, and
Yeah,
service end is at 8:30.
right,
Then I missed it.
right,
You
right.
see, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when my blood start boiling when we mix it and we start commercializing God and trying to play with people's emotion.
Yeah,
Half of the time, I feel like all these events is all about emotions. Because statistically, you see, and I'm not talking about this particular event or any particular like place, right, or
yeah,
church or anything like that, or denomination or whatever it might be. I'm talking in general.
yeah,
You see people going in, and yeah, while they're there, you see like the recap videos and whatever they do, like in the news and stuff like that.
yeah,
People like crying and all these and testimonies and stuff like that.
yeah.
A few days later, what happened? Exactly.
Because they didn't show me on the drums.
You see,
You know.
I'm telling you, man. If you're in the need of the drummer and you need revival in your church,
No, I have a church now that I'm dedicated to.
call this man.
I have another church I'm dedicated to
He
now.
he will bring revival.
I'm not a free agent.
That's it.
I got traded. No,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
You,
No,
you
but
got out of the market,
I got the mark. Yeah, yeah.
man.
I wanna pose this though. 'Cause Andre made a good question, right?
Dale.
He's talking about tax returns. He said, "Here's a question for y'all," and I'm gonna broach this question because I've actually
Hey, Andrew, I'm not a tax advisor, neither him. So, but if you have for the question, we
no,
can assist you. Like leave your comment
I
below,
think it's more of like a Christian
and
question.
and,
Right?
and for a small donation,
Well,
we can assist
I told him, great question. Hold my coffee.
you.
But uh, he's a question. Do you guys claim your tithes on your taxes as charitable donation and take the tax credit? So this, he says he has his own feelings on it. And listen, this is something that I used to struggle with.
Bueno, papá.
And I'm going to be fully transparent. This is something that I used to struggle with because the way I used to look at it was, or the way I used to feel about it was, if I'm claiming my tithes for credit, then I'm kind of like
Did you give anything?
I'm selling out. I did.
No. I'm saying what I'm saying is like you tie.
Yeah.
You give your 10% to God.
Yeah.
But then here we go, tax season,
Yeah.
and you put in there
Yeah.
your yearly
Right.
expense on the church as tithe.
Right.
You claiming what is not yours.
Yes. But listen to what
So if the
listen
government,
listen to what I'm
if the government give you some money back out of that, then you didn't tie. You didn't give your 10%.
says who?
Your tax advisor.
Because you say you're not a tax advisor. No, look. Back in the day, I used to struggle with this a lot because I used to see it that way exactly, like hardcore. I was like, yo, if I'm claiming if I'm claiming my tithes on my taxes,
Right.
right, then and then I'm collecting a tax return, right, then I'm cheating God on this and that. But and I'm not advising anybody on how to change their convictions or whatever.
Right.
But this is the way I ended up seeing it after, right? One, churches give it to you. They give you a document, um, They give you a document that says this is how much you. No, listen to
Okay,
me.
no,
Listen
no,
to me.
no.
No,
But
no.
like, but to be fair,
Before you
no, no,
stop
no.
me.
But like to be fair, first time in my life I've seen that
In America,
in like for real. Like,
that's because there's something called the IRS.
but it don't matter because it's all the countries that you pay taxes.
Yeah,
But I never seen something like that that like the church will give you. Hey, this is what you gave,
yeah,
and go ahead and do your
yeah,
taxes.
yeah. But let me finish. Let me finish. So
I'm gonna call Uncle Sam,
so
bro.
this is like the moment I had where I changed the way I looked at it.
Right,
Right. So I give my tithes to the church.
right,
Right. That's fielmente, and I give gross.
right.
Right. I don't give after taxes because I don't believe in after taxes. I believe in gross.
Oh, that's what you're claiming it now.
No, but listen to me. It's not even. It's not even that.
That's
It's not even
it.
that. I give gross, right? So on top of me giving gross,
Right,
the way I look at it is my DMOs goes to my church.
right.
The IRS
Hmm.
wants to give me a credit for what I gave to my church because I'm claiming it on my taxes doesn't mean that what I gave is any less than 10%.
I mean, no, 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 and I
So
see that. I get
yeah,
that.
and so on top of that, the way that I've kind of looked at it too, and not like I said, I'm not saying you have to do it this way. In the past, on top of me, yes, giving my 10% to my church and claiming it on my taxes, I've also given 10%. I want to say almost every year of my tax return. So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And
I
that's
mean, on that one, it's fine because yeah, you still giving back.
yeah,
So pretty much what you're doing is you kind of utilizing that like to get a little bit more like credit
yeah,
and
yeah.
you know
Well, because it's something that they're asking you for, and Andre's absolutely right. It says nonprofit organizations are required to keep a record of all their donations,
well that's
so they have
different.
to give
That's
you
different. Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
right.
On that one,
But
yes.
so that so it's one of them things where it's like, okay, you want to give me a benefit for me donating, that's on
Right.
you because the money's not coming out of the
Well,
church
but
or
this is the
God.
thing.
The
Like,
money's coming from the
well,
government.
yeah, because at the end of the day, they're not saying like, oh, they're actually asking for donations.
Yeah,
They're not saying like, oh, how much like 10% you gave
right,
or how much percentage you give to the church.
right.
They generalizing. They're saying the donation. You can
Yeah,
donate to anything you want.
yeah,
Not necessarily has to be the church, and then
yeah,
you can claim it in there, and that's it. Like, hey, you helping,
yeah,
somebody else, so that's fine.
yeah,
Like yeah, if we see it that way, absolutely.
yeah,
But I feel like it's just everything is based on your intention, your heart.
yeah,
Like because if you're utilizing that, like to just like, oh, I gave that, so I need that money. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like that's different.
Right,
But
right.
if he said just like, hey, like
Well, because think about it this
they
way.
asking me in there and like, yeah, yeah,
Right. Well, think
I
about it.
donated this amount.
Think about it this way, right? Andre goes, well, think about it this way. If you don't report it, then you just lie.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
No, because it's not
you listen.
required. It's not required, and that's
No,
money
but they're
that
asking.
you willingly
Yes,
like
yes,
giving.
yes. But
Uncle Sam doesn't care if you like give or no.
they do.
No, I mean, but I'm saying like they're not like on top of you and say like, oh, you didn't give, like you didn't report what you gave last year.
Andre said, no, not lying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tell me how not.
but you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's I see it. Like obviously, like there has to be more
yeah,
behind that. Like, and
yeah,
if you report like
yeah,
donations and things like
yeah,
that, or why not, like whatever.
yeah,
Uh, because at the end of the day, portion of that it goes back to Uncle Sam.
yeah,
So so it's they're not losing on that.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like it's
yeah.
like I said, like your heart.
Okay, I see Andre's angle. He says it's a matter of reporting.
I mean, you can consider like a matter of your
Yeah,
heart.
yeah,
If you're doing it with that intention, like, oh, like, oh, where's all
yeah.
that money that I gave? I need,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I
right,
have to put
right,
it there
right,
in there
right,
because that's an
right,
expense.
right.
If
Because in all reality, if you think about it, like I'm getting a tax credit, right? And I get, let's say I get a tax credit for my child, right? My tax credit, right? Because in reality, what I'm donating and the tax credit that they're giving me is what
oh
this,
yeah, no, no, it's
and then I'm
nothing.
getting a credit for my child, which is the biggest tax credit that I'm
Right.
getting. And if I'm giving a tithe from that, what I'm getting in credit is being offset, and I'm probably giving more in tithe of my tax return than I am
I
of,
mean, no, absolutely. Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's kind of like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's it's all with the intention that you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, on that one is if we go down that rabbit hole is crazy because there's people that like claim stuff that like they don't do.
Yeah.
I've seen people that claim
Right.
like, oh yeah,
Right.
like an education credit.
Right.
Well, you
Right.
haven't
Well,
opened the books. It's like,
and right. So I just goes, well, the IRS gets mad is if you don't report income. They much prefer to not give you a credit and keep all the money they can. Right. So, which is correct. Which, and then in reality is like, dude, the IRS.
hey, be
Like,
careful.
I'm not trying to get rated, but
Que no mandan los
the
UFO, bro.
validity of the IRS can be questioned. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean,
Because
that's the reason. That's the reason why your uncle is sending. I don't even know how many billions of
my
dollars.
uncle, oh, to Ukraine.
Yeah,
I mean, they need help,
I don't let me know starting there. I do. I know though that they need help. I know that, but are we truly helping? And I'm just gonna leave it
He
there.
said, "My bad. I didn't mean to mess with the vibe." No, this is good, bro.
No, no. Hey.
This is fantastic. This is
Yeah,
tax return.
I love Ukraine.
So anyway, let's segue. Let's segue as we look towards closing
Yeah.
in talking about tax return and talking about like the money that we give to the IRS and sometimes feeling like we give more than we need to. Right. The people that you come into interaction with, right, and typically, especially when you're in a level of service or in a field of service, be it
Mm.
ministry, be it public service, be it customer service, the people that you encounter taxes you, puts a tax on you because you're doing it right, and whether it be for nonprofit reasons or whether it be for your job, whatever the case may be. But essentially, you giving of you is them taking from you for their benefit, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And so essentially, we invest in people with what we do and what we give. And I'm not saying people that take advantage and stuff like that of other people and stuff like that because no, that at that point they're just takers. They're not givers. They're not giving anything.
I mean,
You know
but
what I mean? They're not being taxed.
that
They're
falls.
taxing,
Yeah, but that falls into that.
right? Yeah, yeah. No,
Like
absolutely. But
somehow I'm investing in you,
right.
but then at the end, I'm the one collecting the returns.
Sure, there's people like that. Well, what I'm saying is that and think of it ministry wise. When you go into ministry with
Mm.
a pure heart, right?
Right.
You do it without expecting anything in return.
And it should be
Not
that way.
from that person, right? You know that there's a reward in heaven, right? It's
Right.
like Paul says that nothing that we do is in vain
Right.
because hay un galardón
Hmm.
en el cielo que nos espera. But when you invest in people, as humans, we like to see that return. And when I say that return, the return could be if you're preaching to somebody, you want to eventually see them saved. If you're investing ministry time and investing your knowledge
Hmm.
and your spiritual growth into someone, you're expecting growth in that person, right? And so it's frustrating when you don't see that, right? And so, and why I say it's frustrating because you're being taxed and you feel like if there's no return. And
Okay,
so
but isn't that natural?
it is natural. It is natural. There's nothing that says that what we preach, or there's nothing that says that when we preach, it guarantees that people are going to be converted. What it says is that faith comes from hearing and hearing the word of God.
Right.
What the Bible encourages us to do is to continue on, whether people return it or not.
Right. But this is the thing. So look at it. The way that I see it is like a farmer, right? So we are farmers. So we preaching, we pastoring, we throwing the seed. But I cannot just throw the seed and leave and then come back a month later, a year later, waiting for the return. Right. So it doesn't work that way. And I feel like people that think that way, if you go thinking that way, yeah, that's it. Like you're gonna fail. They're like the IRS is gonna raid you and you out. You know. because you went with the wrong intention.
Benny Hinn style.
Exactly. You know.
My
So
bad, Benny. I know you've changed your ways.
cuidado que sale por allá el traje y te da una galleta, bro. But that's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's me. I've been there. You know, like I felt that way. But what I received from God, it was like I have to nurture it. If I'm planting a seed,
All right, so
it's
then,
the natural thing like that I'm expecting.
yeah.
You know that seed to grow. But
So,
now is it different if I'm just like throwing it and just expect like waiting
oh yeah,
for
yeah.
that thing to
No,
grow.
but that's what I'm saying. Like you're investing, you're watering, you're planning, and you know what I mean. Like sometimes you feel as if you're not getting back completely, and sometimes it happens in church. It sometimes happens in friendships.
I mean,
Sometimes happens in family, where you feel like if you're investing your time, your efforts, and doing this and that to better people, and there's
yeah,
not the return that you expected.
but yeah, we're not called to invest in whoever like better people, like you said.
No, but you want to see people do better.
Well,
That's
yeah,
like that's like if somebody comes to you for advice. What's the most annoying thing?
that
Hey,
after
bro.
like
Hey,
days
hey,
and
bro.
month like
Right.
talking, they do the
Hey,
wrong
bro.
thing.
What should I do? What should I buy? Where should I go? And out of the goodness of your heart, right? Because they're taxing you, you're gonna give them the advice.
Right.
And then when they do the exact opposite, what happens? How do you feel? You feel taxed.
I mean, yeah.
You're like, bro, after
I mean, yeah. I mean, don't get me
but you know
wrong,
what I'm saying? So it's like
but like, are you doing it like expecting? You see what I'm saying? Like,
you.
I know there's an
Well,
outcome
I think it depends on the scenario though, because if okay, let's say you're a dad, right? You tell your child something. What do you expect?
to do them.
Or to take your advice?
Right.
In a friendship, somebody who says they're your friend, somebody who says that, right? Because what does the Bible say about friendship, right? Friends stick closer than a brother, right? And so it also says that a friend does what his friend tells him to. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Essentially, you know what I mean. So it's like you're expecting that in return,
I
and
mean, yeah.
not always does that happen though. Which when it doesn't, is fine, right? Because the way I look at it is, the Bible tells us everything that we do, right? Everything from work to life to friendship to family to uh, marital
Hmm.
life. It says everything you do, do it as you do it unto the Lord.
Right.
So essentially, what I'm trying to say is, sometimes when you file your taxes, you gotta pay, even though you feel like you've given a lot.
I mean, yeah.
And so it's even a further taxing that sometimes, although IRS is IRS, but you can kind of convert it to real life.
Hmm.
And yeah, sorry to bust the bubble, but sometimes we've given and we're required to even give more, because what we're doing is not for us. And essentially, when we live for Christ, we're not doing it for us anymore.
Well, yeah. No,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? If you're fully guided by the Holy Spirit, then
And that one
you're doing it as you're doing it to the Lord.
you can kind of like relate it too. Like, who are the ones that actually like had to pay at the end of the year? The ones that have like a quality life throughout the year,
Yeah.
right? So they're expecting like it's like, hey, you have like a little bit more than what you know should, so you have to give back. So I feel like
Eh,
that's their like their
according to
theology,
the tax bracket,
right?
sure,
Like
yeah, yeah, sure.
that's their like way, whatever.
The middle
But
class always
what I'm saying is like with God is
middle
like,
class always pays.
bruh. But what I'm saying is like is with God, I feel like I see it is like the more we give and there's quality in what we give, the more of demand is gonna be. Like the bigger your calling is and the active like you are on that calling, God is gonna demand more of you because
Yeah.
He knows you can give. He knows, like
Well, to your point, to close, I want to ask you this. I want to ask you this question, right? Because you talked about planning and watering, right? So, how do you feel about like pastors
hmm
who have a church, let's
right,
say of like 20 people,
okay,
and their church stays at about 20 people,
okay,
What do they just stop or do they continue?
Okay, I mean, I will never encourage to somebody to.
And I'm talking about like people who are called. I'm not talking
But
about.
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like I won't encourage people to quit, right? But this is the thing. As I use that example as a farmer, you know about like farming, you know about seeds, you know about like fruits, plants, vegetables, the ground, all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? You learn throughout the years. So as a pastor, before you start like throwing the seed, you have to work on the ground. You have to work on that
Mhm.
soil. So that's the only way that that seed is going to actually potentially grow.
Yeah.
And the way that I also see it, like if you actually like have read a little bit of like farming, you don't put just one seed, right?
Yeah.
You put a bunch of them.
Yeah. You put many.
But out of those many, like maybe like three are gonna like
Yeah.
germinar.
Yeah.
But you work on that soil. So I
Yeah.
feel like if you have that church of 20 and if it just stays as 20, you have to revise that again and like and check the soil.
Well, what if? Okay, I'm gonna play it this way, right?
Okay, play with me, play.
What if? What if? What?
I don't
No.
know. You
What?
said you said
What if like the pastor's growing people, right, and investing in members and people, and so that person is then going and preaching to other people and
mm-hmm.
witnessing to them. Let's say at work,
Okay.
and though maybe the people that they're witnessing, so they're giving fruit from what that pastor is you know feeding them.
Right.
And although the church is not growing, or that local church is not growing, but the members of that church are impacting other people that maybe don't go back to that local church, but go eventually to some other church. And you don't
Mm,
see the physical growth in this one location,
okay.
but there's seeds that then they're planting
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing, and maybe is going to other places.
Right.
And then the way I look at it too is we can't ignore the fact that there's generational seeds that they're dropping.
Right.
That although maybe it's not growing there, right?
Right.
As far as number, but what they're learning, they're passing on to their kids.
Right. So,
And so
but look at it this way: what Jesus told to these disciples.
he said many things.
No, no, but at the
Yeah.
end,
Go and
go
preach the gospel.
right and
Yeah.
make disciples.
Yeah.
He didn't say go and preach the gospel and bring him to the four walls.
Right. Right. But that's what I'm saying is there's a misconception, I think, that people feel that every church has to grow to this enormous amount, or has to
No,
grow from this to that. I don't
no,
I don't necessarily see it that way,
no.
because I believe you can grow leaders and missionaries, evangelists, prophets, apostles, to where it has a greater impact outward
Right.
than it does inward.
Because
And
at the end of the day, like we're supposed to be like spreading the word, right?
yeah,
If I just keep it within the four walls,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not doing anything.
right. Yeah, Andre, to the points we were talking, he goes, the goal is not the growth of the local church, but rather the church. Amen. Who is the bride of Christ. There's a responsibility that has been placed on pastors that is misplaced. The responsibility for discipleship is on the members who live in their lives around others daily. And
And I, yeah,
that's absolutely correct. And
it's
it's kind of
true.
was what we're emphasizing.
It's true.
Because I feel like if people get criticized because, oh, they have a small church for so many
Hmm.
years. Well, you don't know what these people are doing on the streets.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes the smallest churches are the churches that are out
The ones
there
actually knocking at the
feeding
doors and like,
people.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's just like
yeah.
the mentality has to change.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
and big churches are great. They do a lot. They can do a lot. They
Yeah.
have more resources and stuff like that. But it doesn't. The size of a church does not invalidate someone's calling.
Oh no, absolutely no.
You know what I mean?
Nah, no, 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 no. Yeah,
So
no.
the return, sometimes
We
it's
should.
you don't even see it.
It's un poquito relajo, but we should do the next. Size really matter.
The size really matter.
Yeah, the size
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Tiene doble sentido, pero
No,
whatever.
I got you. I
But
got you.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm
because
with it.
because it's a topic that
And we'll call a mega church pastor, and then we'll call a mini church pastor.
hey, hey,
No, good talk though. Good talk. Andre says, "Be careful of a mega church where the emphasis is on a celebrity preacher more than the reaching the lost who live around them." Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny, and I'll close with this. Right, I've always laughed at like mega churches where you see like that personality, because then they're the people with the Jordans and the
oh yeah,
the nice cars and everything, and then their members are like sufriendo ahí. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I always said
With a
that.
broken car and
I've said that. I've
Goodwill
said it.
clothes. I mean, hey,
I've been.
nothing wrong with Goodwill. I shop at Goodwill, so
I mean,
I'm
no,
just
but
saying.
I've been saying
But
that. I've been saying people. I've been saying that.
yeah,
Nobody wants to hear me.
right,
Here you
right,
go. You have like whatever.
right. Sell your
You,
Jordans and help somebody out. That's all I'm saying.
every Sunday with a brand new pair of shoes, a brand new suit, whatever. You're gonna tell me like, well, it was given to me. It was a blessing.
I'm not
Well,
worth.
good.
I'm not worth your Rolex money.
Like
I'm not
good.
worth your McDonald's.
Good that God is blessing you,
Like that one
but
pastor,
bro,
quote unquote.
oh yeah, I know. But that's true because I've seen that. I've seen that like with my own eyes. I remember in DR, and I know like
Oh,
we need to close really
yeah,
quick.
don't say specific.
No, 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 no. This is actually like a good story, a
I'm
good
joking.
testimony.
I'm joking.
It's so and I always gonna have them as an example in humility though. Like the most humble people that I ever seen in my life is El Pastor Matiel y Carmencita. Bro, when I say like like their house will always be open, like their doors. It don't matter. But like I was there on times where they first of all they only had one car, and it was like Corolla, like qué sé yo de qué año,
Yeah,
and they will fit everybody in there and the grandma in the car, and they have four kids, and then like la muchacha que los cuidaba in that car,
breaking the law for Christ.
bro. I'm telling you, grinding for God, like for
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
There was times that I was in their house and there was no food, like food
yeah,
in the fridge, like nothing. And like, look how, and I'm telling you, like, and the church was growing,
yeah,
right? But it was because of the heart. Like, it was for them until today. It was better to give than to have,
yeah,
like in their house.
yeah,
And bro, like I'm telling you that I was there multiple times. That knowing that there was nothing in there, people would knock randomly in the door and they
yeah,
will bring like groceries
yeah,
and stuff like that. And it always stick to me like that, like humbleness,
yeah,
like never seeking,
yeah,
tú sabes, tener
yeah,
y la vanagloria de
yeah,
que, oh, yo soy un hijo de un rey
yeah.
and I have to,
Right,
vivir
right.
así, con los lujos y mansiones
Yeah,
y vaina, habiendo gente en tu iglesia de bro que están pasando hambre.
yeah, yeah,
So he's like, and that's always stick to me, and I learned from that, and I'm glad that I was like
yeah,
part of that in my life because I see it that way. Like
yeah,
I don't need,
yeah.
like at the end of the day, all I need to do is just preach the gospel.
Right, right.
And if God has blessed me, and I see you going through something, and I have it,
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, yeah.
what happened last week? We exchanged gifts. And it was a blessing because
For
like for
Christmas.
no, like with the shoes.
Yeah,
I have two pair of shoes that they don't fit me.
yeah,
They fit you, go take them.
yeah.
And I wasn't expecting nothing in return,
Right, right,
and God bless me.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
right.
like
Yeah,
that's how it should be.
yeah.
Like, why? And
Right.
and I know people that like have like pairs of shoes that they don't fit, but just because they want to see quantity.
Yeah, yeah. They just keep.
You know?
Well, it's if you look at like Iglesia Primitiva, the primitive church.
Yeah,
I had this, you had that, and so we would offset the need.
yeah,
And so what I had was good for you, and what you had was good for me, and so
yeah. And I feel
they had
like
that koinonia.
the church is stuck on that mentality that is more important to have like quantity
Yeah,
versus quality,
yeah,
and we fighting with each other.
absolutely.
who has more members.
Well, I remember it was in a like a 30-member church where when my family fell on hard times and mommy wasn't working and Bobby was,
Yeah.
disabled, so he couldn't work in the sense of the diabetes. And I remember, oh, here's a compra. And we were literally like out and God provided. I remember like literally 2 years later, like there was still stuff from that compra that were in the cupboard and like looking in the back, like, yo, we still got macaronis. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ya está pirado,
Yeah.
pero like, it's
Yeah.
just to show you like God's provision.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna carry you all the way through,
Yeah.
no matter how many. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be. I mean, the quantity doesn't matter. It's the quality of the people that are worshiping.
Oh yeah.
It's the same as revival.
Yeah.
The quality of the posture of your heart
Yeah.
and what you're giving God. So
Yeah.
good stuff.
I like it, bro.
Good stuff.
I like it. Y no
Please.
relajamos tanto, bro. You see,
No,
like,
no, no.
esto me está aburriendo a mí,
It's just
bro.
Andre's back, and you know what Andre's back. It
Es
gets
que
deep. It gets deep.
Andre is too serious, bro.
He's a deep, deep brother.
Yeah.
Bishop Andre.
Bishop. Woo. No, we have
God
to
bless, man.
we have to find a way in bringing him here though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. If I hit up Andre on a private chat, I'm sure we can get him.
Yeah. Like, bro, we give you an ofrenda, bro.
I mean, Andre, if you haven't left the chat yet, if you're interested on being a guest, let me know.
We give you pancito con café, loco.
We always got something.
Yeah, I mean,
Coffee,
we
ginger ale,
don't worry about it, bro.
water,
Don't worry about it.
air.
Hey, that's free though. That's free.
He said, "Let me know." ¿Viste?
Hey.
We gotta do one with him. We gotta do one with Milton. We gotta.
Yeah.
And then if Jonathan one day decides to,
Yeah, Jonathan is
leave the
another
city
one, yeah.
of the lost over
Oh yeah,
there.
no, they have to move down here though. They leave my bien más lejos que. Bro.
Relajan2 En Serio family, gracias por sintonizarte hoy. We missed you guys. We're happy to be back. Next week, hopefully I'll be back.
Hopefully.
Hopefully I'll be back again.
Chach.
There is a meeting, but I think it'll end early. Pero veremos.
I mean, si no lo hacemos allá.
That's right. We just show up, set up some cameras. What are y'all doing?
Just set up in there like, don't worry about it.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So, gracias por sintonizar. I'm Joey. This is
Gio.
your brother Gio. We're here for the Relajan2 En Serio community, to build community.
Yeah.
And just talk life, talk Jesus, talk everything in between.
Pero no la rompa, bro, que aquí no hay donaciones.
All right.
Yeah.
Cynthia, we love you too.
Yeah.
She says, love you guys.
Revival is here, so.
Yes.
Sintonízate.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So please be sure to subscribe, comment below first. My
comment
bad.
below, bro.
I lost the order. My bad.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay, man.
Comment below. You guys were amazing in the chat today. Thank you for interacting.
Thank you. That helped us a lot. Like,
yes, definitely makes the flow just
absolutely,
flow even more.
Like I want to do one day. Like, what do you think? Like, if we do like Q&A or something like that, like a panel, and we just put questions, and we open it for people to ask questions, whatever questions they want.
Yeah.
Down.
We just gotta make sure that day there's 98 people.
Oh no, yeah. That's the thing. Like, we cannot all do that if we don't have like 1,000 subscribers.
Right. Because then there's the Q without the A.
Exactly. Yeah.
So also, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page, to our Instagram page, and to our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Subscribe. And then also on YouTube, don't forget to hit that beautiful ding, the bell notification bell.
Yeah, bro.
I got it down.
I feel like you're trying to read like through the teleprompter.
I am. I'm trying to read through the camera.
It's like, okay, what's next?
I got
what's next, director?
My narrator voice, right? Because I hear the music in the background. Get off the stage music.
I know, right? And the director on the other side, like, okay, we passed. Like,
next award coming. The guys still talking.
Hey, hurry up.
I want to thank Jesus, my dog. I want to thank my cousin.
Yeah, I know.
And then also, don't forget to like.
Yeah. Smash that like button, please.
Like.
Please.
But if you hit it too many times, then you unlike. So you got to make
sure.
Well,
yeah. No,
hit it once.
Just once. Just like us once.
And then you can hit around it.
You know?
Yeah. Just don't hit the unlike button.
Yeah, no.
I mean, unless you really unlike.
I mean, and that's fine. If you don't like us, go ahead and put it and let us know why you don't like us.
Right. Thanks, bro. We just lost a like.
How many?
All of them? Because they double clicked. I'm joking.
Andre.
Thank you all for liking.
Yeah, no, definitely. And also too, like if you feel like our content is good and you did all the steps. You comment, you interact with us, you subscribe already. You had the bell on, and you like us. Share with other people. Allow other people to gozarse con nosotros, to have fun with us. To relajar con nosotros, and learn also too, and grow together. That's what we're here for. I feel like
Yeah,
we're here to build community.
for sure.
We're not gonna agree all the time. Most of the
No,
time, we're gonna disagree.
most of the time, yeah.
Because that's how we are. We raw.
That's right. I'm bald. You got hair. I
Exactly.
mean,
You
that's
see,
the first
we
problem.
that's the first
I
thing.
got glasses. You got contacts.
There you go. What
I got a
else?
hat. You don't.
Yeah, I
You got a
don't.
jacket.
You don't.
You ain't hot, bro.
Yeah.
Me too.
But like I have to look good though. You know what I'm saying? Like lo mejor que tengo para la iglesia. Yeah, bro. Because si no, Dios no me deja entrar.
Oh, así es.
Ya,
The
sí,
price
no.
of admission.
Sí, claro. Arriba nada más viene con la camisa de cuello.
Viste tu corazón primero. Alaba.
Alábalo.
Alábalo si puedes.
Alábalo.
Aleluya. La gloria de mi Padre.
Ey. Señores, gracias por sintonizarse. No, ¿cómo se dice así?
Yeah, sintonizarse. Yeah.
O sintonizar.
Sintonizarse. Yeah.
Gracias por estar aquí.
It's the verb.
Gracias
Verb
por estar
tense.
aquí. And if you went live and you just like, scrolling in there and then we popped up in there,
Right.
hey, stop. Right? Stop and kind of like if you need to scroll through it and
Right.
fast forward.
Yeah. Sorry, we didn't give any tax advice. Just
Oh,
click.
we didn't.
No, it's just clickbait.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, hey. Like I said, if you need advice, DM us. We have the best place.
Yeah, we'll get Willie on board.
Yeah, we get Don Willie on board. Willie, ¿cómo es? Willie Tax Olivero, whatever. We,
Yeah.
we
Ministries.
ministries. Yeah.
Mama, I love you.
I love you, mommy. I love you, mommy.
So everybody, be blessed. Sigan relajando en serio. Have a great week. And hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Hopefully, eh?
Be blessed.
Dale, pues.